Welcome to Women Empowerment, where we talk about living intentionally, creatively, and abundantly. Conversations about strategies on becoming the best version of you. Now let's get started with a warm-up session with Lorraine Francisco.
One of the best way to get started, and that is priming. Priming is the act of taking time to adjust your thoughts or emotions so you can live your life in your peak state. They are powerful when completed in the morning to set a productive and powerful tone of the day. I heard priming from Marge. Ang naisip ko talaga is makeup. When you do makeup, di ba, you will put like something to prime. Ano ba yung purpose ng priming sa makeup? It's so that your makeup will last the whole day or even parang mas ma-enhance yung color ng makeup. Yung wall painting, di ba, naglalagay din sila ng primer. Why? Para to set the wall. When you put the paint, it's gonna be like awesome.
Let's get started!
How many of you believe that your life will be transformed after this session? Amen. So now look, close your fist, then put it in your chin. Put it in your chin. Alright. So where's your chin, guys? Where's your chin? It's here, right? It's here, right, guys? One of my mentors said, art of learning is the art of attention. So
And now let's welcome our first speaker, Emily C.
Right, so we'll jump into our first activity for this morning. Sabi nga nilang, di ba, are you excited to learn as we have our culminating session for the day? Right, so I ask a volunteer to quickly share ano yung shinare natin weeks ago.
Last week po, we talked about the power of your thoughts. So it's really important to have like a positive thoughts and to just meditate and think of those thoughts na i-entertain natin is really for us to be better. Recognize natin kung ano yung mga pumapasok na thoughts natin. Yung na example ni Ate Leng na yun nga, may mga percentage. Kung ano ba yung mga percentage na yon? Mas malaki ba yung percentage na mga negative thoughts na iniisip natin? So something like that. So really need to examine and we really need to be mindful dun sa mga thoughts na yun.
Right, thanks, Isa. Yes, we talked about the power of thoughts and, it's about awareness and also being intentional on how we can improve yung percentages na ano dapat yung mga thoughts na nasa that we allow ourselves to think. All right, so thank you, Isa, for that sharing. We ask all of you, how do you see yourself 5 years from now? So did you really give it a thought? How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Now, sometimes this question can be very daunting, can be very scary, or maybe one of our reactions can be, 5 years, ang tagal pa nun. But actually, when you think about it, 5 years ago or 5 years from now can be very fast. Patapos na ang quarter one, and we are entering the second quarter of 2021. The next thing we know, we can be traveling back to the Philippines and, travel can resume. We will be back into a new normal, right? So now that we are in this season, we must always be mindful of, be conscious of our days. All right, so yung 5 years, it can happen, the next thing we know it, andyan na siya. Okay, kasi when you really think about how you see yourself 5 years from now, it gives you that clarity of purpose. Diba sabi nga ni Pastor Com, clarity is the beginning of purpose. And when you think, how do you see yourself 5 years from now, it's amazing that you get revelation. Para, at first, it may seem, kaya ko ba to? But then, as you really ponder about it, you get excited. Now, these are really my dreams. I want to see myself 5 years from now. Let's take that one step further on how you can really see yourselves 5 years from now. All right? So I was doing that video. Parang may halong natatawa ko na nahihiya na kahit totoo ba to? But then, actually, when you try to watch it again and again, you'll really be encouraged. Video, that time parang, if I remember, sabi ko I wanted to have a farm, a restaurant. I just want to share with you what I did after doing the video. So kita niyo ba tong cheque? So after
Wow.
I wrote down a check because gustong bilhin ni Jay na farm. And that 700,000 yung binibigay sa amin. It was a 4-hectare na farmland in Isabela. We are still saving up for that money. But what I did was I visualize it na every now and then Jay and I talks about it. Now we will have that farm. Praying na this year or soon, we're praying, we're claiming it. So what I'm saying is that that video really helped me visualize and also really think of 5 years from now or even 10 years from now na even at this stage we are thinking of retirement. Sino sa inyo yung nag-iisip na ng retirement?
Bata pa ako.
Yan. So we're not thinking about retirement, but it's a good thing to think of retirement planning. Because when you do that 10 years from now, or even 20 years from now, we can actually start doing things at this early of an age to prepare for us. Some of us, or most of us, I believe, will be going back Philippines. So we need to think, ano yung gagawin natin sa Pinas? And for me, I was envisioning a life na may farm, may restaurant. I'm also having an events business and enjoying my time with my family. And that is for me fulfilled retirement life with missions, and helping churches along the way. So it starts with you speaking it out and even doing something to help you visualize it. Amen. So later on, you yourselves would also be doing that. All right. So,
and that's what we did. We talked about our 5-year vision. We traveled again into our future and saw the life we envisioned. History makers, world shakers, traveling around the world, making a difference and living to their full potential. Remember, the words you speak today create the future that you will have tomorrow. And now, let's welcome Cheryl Caceres to talk about the power of one thing.
We're going to talk about today is the power of one thing. Namin to last year, and the result is really exponential. I mean, really, it manifests. For me, ito ko, investment, condo and relationship. Investment in terms of property and sa relationship. So, actually, I'm going through dun sa condo turnover. So by that time, it was as like March 21, actually, 1 year na almost from today. So that time, by March, na-process ko na yung mga papers. So my next step is to make that investment become a source of income. Kasi ang plan ko talaga dun sa condo is to make it profitable by yung sa rental. And then, lo and behold, the COVID came. So that goal for me becomes very challenging. But my focus still, okay, I need to find a source of income. If I cannot get it from my condo unit, so I need to find the other source of income. So then last July, I came across with what I'm doing right now in my business, my Tok Tok business and the Show My King. So I came across to that. So I just invest on it because I find it, yung capital niya is low and the risk is low. So why not? So I tried it. And for me, I find it very helpful. Ito yung nagiging source of extra income ko ngayon to top up dun sa loss ng pagke-create dun sa condo unit nga na mag-generate sana ng income. And then at the same time, not only this investment, yung nag-focus ako is, since this is my goal for last year, I need to stick on it. So I need to be committed. I need to achieve it. Moving forward, so this created for me a source of income. So itong business na to, it's still on process, but I can say to myself na I'm getting money out of it, so to cover up, because we know last year naman hindi naman nag-double yung mga sweldo natin, pero yung payment sa condo is pera mo deposit, naging actual na yung mortgage na kasi na-process na sa bank. So it's really a big financial challenge for me because nag-double nga yung so I need another source of income. So I started to invest on business ventures. So it's still ongoing, and the goal is to make it grow and make it a passive income. So once the condo is also sent, then it will top up to whatever finances that I need right now. Okay, so also I shared last, I think few weeks from now, before yung about relationship, diba? Nag-invest din ako doon because syempre, when we set these goals, we should have accountability rin. So yung accountability partner ko, si March, he kept reminding me, okay, this is the goal that you set last year, so where are you now in this year, in this goal? So yun nga yung na-share ko last time yung about sa relationship. So I invested really because I want it, so I need to work on it. So nag-sign up ako dun nga sa dating site for 3 months. And then what did I get out of all this, that one thing that I set last year? So for me personally, it helped me to become more resourceful. I become more committed, and somehow, of course, increase a little bit of my confidence. Now I'm able to talk to people. I mean, this Zoom meeting, I'm always surprised with myself that I can talk. So that's the power of you're investing in yourself. So I'm so grateful for this session talaga ever since last year na finally, you are investing in yourself, and slowly but surely you will see the result. Yeah, again. So that's my stories. Living intentionally. Taken from the book One Thing. Either you let your circumstances control you, or you take responsibility of what's under your control. You may not be able to make big life changes overnight, but by committing to follow through on one thing every day, you can inch yourself closer and closer to your goal. There are many ways to fail in life, but the only way to succeed is be intentional. So again, yung one thing, it's very important that we're so laser focused. What do we want to achieve? So this one, you take your own responsibility. Bakit? Kasi ikaw yung may gusto nito. No one will ask you to do it but yourself. You need to take that responsibility. And then, of course, when you take that responsibility, you need to commit to it. So you set your goal as this. So you need to commit, make time for it, and then do your research if you need to, and then follow through, then talk to the expert on this matter, and make yourself accountable also. Get an accountability partner. Again, this one, you need to be intentional. If you want to succeed, you need to be intentional. Having that, we will also need to learn the purpose. Bakit natin kailangan gawin to? Because purpose gives us the direction and the commitment to what we want to achieve in our life. Preparing for this, I came across by Pastor A.R. Bernard. Sabi niya, everything has a purpose. Even the solar system, the sun, the atmosphere, everything is created with a purpose and with the intention. Just imagine this sun, this atmosphere, this earth, it doesn't work. Ano mangyayari sa atin? We would all die. Imagine the sun will not rise. Every day is, yung planet is all around the place. We will all die. So again, purpose gives us the direction. Purpose is the reason for our being. Why are we here? Our purpose is for meeting a need and contribution to a common good. My purpose in life is to add value to people's life. I don't know how, I don't know in what way, but it's very clear to me. Another thing is being intentional. We are designed our lives around our purpose. Pag may intention ka, yung purpose mo magre-revolve doon. At the same time, we need to be intentional sa ating objectives, sa ating goals, and sa ating time. So again, once we set our one thing, we need to commit to it. We need to be intentional. When we play, just play. When you work, then just focus on work. So that's your very laser focus. Also be intentional not only to your goals and your purpose, be intentional in your relationship with yourself. Kasi sino magmamahal sa atin kundi tayo lang din, diba? Don't invest in yourself, who will? If you don't love yourself, who will? Wherever you go, you always carry yourself. Hindi mo mai-carry yung asawa mo, yung kaibigan mo. Wherever you go, dala-dala mo, sarili mo lang. Time is very valuable commodity. So, when we commit to our one thing, we begin to move one step at a time. That one step at a time is intentional. Again, it's intentional. If today is your last day, are you happy with where you are right now? What you have accomplished? So let's keep this question in mind again and again in our spirit, because I believe whatever we set, whatever we put on, it will just sum up to what experience that we have. Yes, I have accomplished. Lord, I'm ready. I can face you now. I can face you now. I achieved this, blah, blah, blah. I live my life to the fullest, right? So in summary, we need to know our purpose. We need to be intentional, and we need to commit to our one thing. So that one thing done intentionally over time will improve your life, right?
And we shared our one thing because we want to be laser focused this year. With income.
Reading book.
Learn new skill, more knowledge in stocks, and start to execute it this year.
Time with family.
Oh, to publish the book, Rise Up Pinoy.
Same po, passive income. Passive income para makauwi na ng Pinas.
Events planning.
And now let's welcome back Lorraine Lannon to share more powerful resources to us.
Ang topic ko for today is the power of visualization. Sabi dito, visualization is the act of visualizing something or someone, forming a picture of it in your mind, or the act or an example of creating an image to represent something. Visualize is to form a mental image or concept only involves the sense of sight. Is an image that is being formed in natin. If you will see, it's always peak, parang yung sight, di ba? So, what is vision? Vision is seeing tomorrow from today. Okay, seeing the end from the beginning. Di ba? Seeing the ultimate purpose of God for your life or existence. And then, the power of vision gives direction, a roadmap for our lives. It also evokes passion, creates strong emotions within us, develops motivation, sets great hope, and keep us going. And then 5 Watts priorities bring back our action to the vision. Meaning 5 Watts parang we will just work around it because we are laser focused with our vision. And then cultivates discipline. Your vision determines your values, di ba? If you have envision, if we have visualized something that we want to achieve in our life, it will really we will do everything, so that we can achieve that vision. So this is the power of vision. Okay. So for us, ano ba yung vision gusto nating ma-envision sa sarili natin? For our family, for our ministry, yung mga ini-envision mo sa finances mo, career mo, sa health mo, and everything, di ba? What are the things you visualize? Are you really focus of the things that you want to be? Speak to our 5 years from now na tayo. Sobrang na-bless ako doon sa share ni Joy kasi very powerful. Yun, may power and may authority doon sa sinabi niya na ito ako na mangyayari sa akin 5 years from now. And even sa mga share nating lahat, always power with it because we are seeing already ourselves 5 years from now. So I remember during the time that Marge asked us to envision, who do we want to be 5 years from now? Nakakatuwa kasi there was an image. Sabi niya, you just have to close your eyes and imagine this person. This person na you're looking up. Kasi for example, sino ba yung person na parang kumbaga is sobrang ina-idolize mo because of her success, because of her achievement, yung ganon. So I started to see this woman. Then sabi ni Marge, okay, nakikita mo siya, 'di ba? Then imagine na yung woman na yon nagiging ikaw. Nagiging ikaw. So sobra yung parang yung imagination na this person slowly it becomes you. Tapos during that time to parang meron pa rin ako mga alam mo na yung may mga doubts pa rin. Sabi ko possible kaya mangyari yon kasi I've been looking for this person na talagang parang sobrang taas niya sa buhay. But then later, parang nakakatuwa. Alam mo yung sinasabi nilang heaven and earth conspires. Na nakakatuwa kasi parang nagli-link siya that I will be able to reach I will be able to reach yung image na visualize ko during that session. So it's really amazing. The power of visualization, the power of having a vision is really powerful. So I really encourage you guys na start visualizing what you want to achieve. While you were saying those things, no, I really like envision together with you, especially for Ruisa. I can see you that you are a very confident blogger, that you will just have passive income because your YouTube channel is gonna be, your subscriber is gonna be millions, and you're just gonna have your passive income. 5 years from now, you will just mention us in your blog that, oh, these are the ladies I have been like hanging around 4 weeks last 5 years ago, something like that. And even for Joy, I can visualize together with you yung franchises, yung franchises ng restaurant nyo ni William. It's gonna be amazing. Even si Ate Tess, I can envision that you are just relaxing, together with your kids, and you are seeing your kids having a good life, nakasettle na sila because of the things that you have like provided for them. And even for Isa, I can see you on stage graduating, not just, just graduating, but with flying honors, and you are together with Anton and Isa and another child, in Australia, having your home sweet home. And then even for Rachel, I can visualize together with you that you are having your family and successful business together with the Jammers. There's a power in our vision. Hill, that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So ladies, I really encourage you that you just have to start in visualizing. And si Lord na bahala. Magugulat na lang kayo that one day, you will be at that point na sasabihin mo, ito yung na-vision ko before. Totoo pala, nangyayari pala. So, and even the Bible said, di ba? Vision is highly essential for survival. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he keepeth the law, happy is he. So with that, congratulations to a new you. You are empowered woman. I will just give you a moment to visualize, that one thing that we just shared kanina. Okay. So maybe you can close your eyes. Disregard the voices, na paano, yung mga how, yung mga why, and all those questions. Just be focused on visualizing that you're achieving that one thing that you have just mentioned. Started to see it, to hear it, to feel it, and to really be like, indulge in your senses, that you can really see, hold, touch, that it's coming. You will just be thankful because you have achieved that thing that you have visualized. All right. I can see your faces like smiling. It's really an awesome experience na makita yung sarili natin achieving that one.
And that was really great, Leng. Tested it many times in my life. Even the salary that I have now, like before I go to bed, like I do some visualization first thing in the morning, I do that. And even at work, like, how am I going to present things? I also do the visualization. Just really helped me to make things reality, right? Because once you see it here, amazing things happens. Like you have to see it here. Once you get the clarity here, then eventually those thoughts will redirect your actions, right?
Madami akong sabi, marami akong kwento, ganyan. Pero this time around, I try to parang sarilinin ko, tapos parang gusto ko i-analyze, hindi lang basta i-voice out, kundi i-analyze what would be the next step. Ano nga ba? Ano bang kasunod? Yun yung
I'm
parang-
looking forward to our girl bonding session by each other. So let's continue to empower one another. Online, offline, on-site, off-site. Lahat na, gawin na natin. Let's make the most out of what we have right now. And so with that, I'll hand it over to Marge to wrap it up.
Awesome. Wow. Great. Thanks, everyone. I highly encourage you to give yourself a round of applause for allowing yourself to be vulnerable. It's not easy, when we say that we want you girls not just be inspired, but also to be transformed. This is one of the things that we need to do. We can't be transformed without allowing ourselves to go through the pain. And may mga moments talaga na, but what is my vision 5 years from now? Walang lumalabas. Parang naiisip mo lang, like sabi nga ni Odette, like yung mga anak, kanya, those kind of things. And then may mga time na parang, oh, I'm not ready to speak up yet. But you guys still did it anyways, right? I just want to acknowledge the 3 speakers that we have earlier, Lang, with Cheryl, with Emily. I think they really did a great job. You guys are blessed. We did great, right? It's amazing. A few years ago, if you're going to ask them to do that, they will not do it. But because they invested in themselves, they are here right now with you and sharing powerful resources and empowering messages. And here's a quick recap of what we covered for the past 4 weeks, ladies. How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Right? And then Lang also guided you about manifestation. And Sheshi also asked you about your one thing. And you all put yourself out there. Not everybody will take that challenge. You just need a little boost. You just need to have the right people around you. Keep you a little bit of push here and there para lumabas ka. Because you have all those thoughts within you. Hindi lang siya malinaw. Once you start putting yourself out there, para siyang muscle memory. Unti-unting lumalakas na, okay, sige, ready na ako. Oh, everybody's speaking up. I might as well speak up. It's important, ladies, even we finish this 4-week session, to go back on this. That's why we have these videos. Each time you see it, you're going to see something about yourself. The second time you watch it, there's going to be a different message that you're going to do. Same thing when you read a book, same thing when you're going to go to seminar. Every time you show up for yourself, it will reveal you something, right? Now we participate in this empowering session. You have now the tools on how you can do better. So remember, if you knew better, you would have done better. Like Lang said before, she knows how to use those tools. Valedictorian na daw siya, right? So this time, now you have the tools. Now you may be making 50 grand, 60 grand, 90,000 a year. Maybe some of you are making 100,000 a year or more. But now you have these tools. Maybe you can double your income. Right? Even may mga downtime ka, instead of being problem focused, you start looking at the solution, right? The big moments in your life are made up of small decisions you make. It is the same in positive things and negative things. People commit suicidal not because of one moment. It's because of certain situations that happened in their lives. Na build up, it continued to grow and grow and grow. And same thing for the positive things. Relationship issues is not just a one-time fight. It's small things that keep building up. And same thing when it comes to our personal growth. Every time you spend 10 minutes for yourself a day, it adds up. In 1 year, I have seen so much growth with my friends. So now you have the options. Your awareness increase, self-awareness increase. You started looking at your dominating questions. Ano ba yung tanong na lagi kong tinatanong sa sarili ko? And then you started tweaking that. Marge, I've been thinking about these thoughts. Wala pa rin, ganun pa rin. Ito pa rin naiisip ko. Imagine that you are imagining it, that it's happening. Na isip ko na bawat isa sa inyo unti-unting nag-grow. Yes, okay lang yan. Yung nararamdaman mo, that's okay. What you feel is right. It's true. You have to go with that situation. Don't stay there for so long. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay to shout. It's okay to be really depressed at certain moment. But if you are depressed for a year in a job, in a relationship, in a family, and it moved to the 2nd year and 3rd year and 4th year, it's not okay. There's a problem with it. You have to change it. No matter how much you pray, nothing changed. Wala pa ring pagbabago. Do something about it. Do everything that you can to get yourself out of a dark place. Seek help. Make a decision to get out of that place. You can do something about it. It's hard. The first time you're doing it, it's hard. Connect with the right people that will help you. It's hard to do it all by yourself. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So some of you share that I want to be a great stock investor. I want to be a great speaker. I want to publish books. I want to attain financial freedom, certain things. That's great. That's great. But if you're going to tell me, and even like I do this with my mentors, if I tell them that I'm going to start it next year, they don't buy in on that. Like if you pay these mentors, they're brutally honest with you. You're going to bring out the best in you. You can always find so many excuses not to get started. But if you really want it, you will find time. The question is it more painful for you to stay where you are? Naramdaman mo na sobrang sakit, ayoko na, I can't handle this job anymore. Itong mga tao sa paligid ko. At that time, your desire to really change the situation is much higher. So you will find a way to change the situation. What exactly do you want? Again, you don't have to be great kasi sometimes na hindi pa ako ganun kagaling magbasa. So I'm not going to read book or not a good writer. So I'm not going to start writing. You want to be a great writer? Then you have to keep starting now. Every day you have to write. Doesn't matter what other people say. What matters is what you are saying to yourself. As per Alan Cohen said, quit planning your dream and start living it. Ladies, you've shared your dreams to us. Now is the time for you to start taking action. Just by showing up here is already part of the small steps you're doing. And I applaud you for that. Yung mga tears na lumalabas sa inyo, yung mga smile na pinapakita nyo, it's all part of the process. There are times that you feel excited. There are times that you feel sad. Whatever you feel at that moment is right. I challenge you to just ask this question to yourself. Who am I today? Kasi ako, a few years ago, thought I'm just a daughter supporting my family in the Philippines and wife and a mom. But right now, I saw myself with a clear mission in life. I'm more than that. I'm not just a mom. I'm not just an employee. I'm not just an IT person. I'm not just a friend. I'm a child of God. And that means so much to me. I'm a child of God. I'm co-creator in God's kingdom. I have a mission in life. I want to be the salt and light wherever I go. That, and I'll do different things. How can I influence more people in different ways? So what you guys are doing are going to influence not only your kids, but also your workplace and also the people around you, your friends, your partner, all these kind of things. It's going to multiply, you know. This question is that when I redesign my now, what will be my future? Because right now you are aware. You have the tools, right? Tools like mindset, like questions, strategies. Now you can redesign your story. If you're not happy with your story in the past, you can redesign it. You have the option to do it. You're still alive, right? Redesign, reinvent, reignite, reborn you. So if you guys have a vision board or, you know, like for me, my word right now is about believe. Because even at this stage of my life, there are times na rin yung parang tug of war, but March, believe. And I just keep manifesting on it. Reflect on this word. Redesign. Can you redesign your life if you're not happy? Now that you have the resources that we've shared with you, it's gonna multiply. Automatic, yung mga ipa-follow nyo sa Instagram, start following entrepreneurs, stock brokers. There's so many trainings out there. The entrepreneur moms, single moms, you know, those kind of thing. And then you started following creative individuals, right? You're just gonna start. Things happen to us, and that's what we called life. May mga moments talaga na hindi maganda. Sometimes we have to go to work and leave our kids, right? Sometimes we have to make tough choices, decisions that's against our will, because we know it's the best for our kids, for our family, for the people that we love, even if we have to sacrifice our own selves. We know in the long run, it's gonna pay off. And it's just all part of what we called life. When I was going back to work and my daughter was only like 8 months old, because I was thinking better to make a lot of money right now while I can. Kasi you'll never know, right? Like galing tayo sa Pinas. Alam natin kung gaano kahirap kumita. And suddenly my husband lost his job. He was the only breadwinner in the family. And then it's hard. There's moments like that, right? But once you are aware, once you have the tools on how to deal with these situations, you'll be fine. You are equipped. You're connected with the right people. May mga times na I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to really scream. I allow myself to question what's in the Bible. But I will not allow myself to be there for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. I will let it out and then move on. Even you can't walk, gagapang ka, right? If you can't even walk, just crawl. Do whatever you can just to get out of that state. It's never meant for you to live in hurt, shame, insecurities, pain, etc. Or in that state right now that you're still hurting, that's okay. But if we focus so much to our past, it's robbing our future, it's robbing the future of our kids, it's robbing the future of the people around us as well. Allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to mourn, allow yourself to get depressed at certain moment, but do not allow your past to rob your future. It's consuming so much your energy. At some point, you have to make a decision. I'm going to move on. Before that, like, stop judging yourself. You are created according to the image of our Father in heaven and our Creator and our God. You are called to live. I just want to put to co-create, represent God, be the salt and light wherever you go, not just in the church, not just in the ministry. Because our ministry is our daily life. The people around us, if you're married, your husband, greatest ministry is your husband, your kids, your parents, your siblings, the people you work with, they're our ministry, your friends. We have to remember that. If borrow this from one of my mentors, Lisa Nichols, she's a great woman, talking what you've been through, the dramas in lives. You know, I used to talk about, and I've seen my mom like that when I was growing up. One thing that I've learned from all of my mentors is that start talking what you came through, because we can have a long list about the things that we've experienced in life, right? Ouch, ang sakit, ganito mga pinagdaanan ko, ang hirap, all these kind of things. But the moment you keep doing that, you're giving them your energy. And when you give your energy to them, negative experience in the past, it's gonna grow at some point. It can grow on you and the people around you. Again, we go back about the law of attraction, right? So, but you can keep talking about it. You will pull the good things that happened about it, then it's become a better story. Maganda yung ending niya, right? So now the focus is going to be the triumph, right? Like, how did you overcome that experience? Now, if you are still going through that pain, part of the healing process is to talk about it. But you gotta watch out that the people around you doesn't just keep saying, yeah, that's right. Dapat nga ganito gawin mo dyan, because he's that kind of person. Even sa work, may mga kasama tayo sa workplace na, yeah, our boss is like this. You know that you are God's co-creator. Watchful of what you say to your words, because words that we speak are so powerful, right? We start talking about yung mga experience mo that despite of those difficulties, divorce, difficulties in marriage, all these things, you raise your kids. You are still standing up there, right? You're still showing up. It's so hard to be away for your kids, right? Like the sacrifice you did, but you did it anyways. You know your why, right? It's not easy to be a working mom. It's much more difficult if you're a single mom and you guys are doing it. Like, look at what Tess said, that see the bright side of life, like great testimony for other people who's still going through that pain, right? Things happen to us. It's called life. Go through it, but don't stay in it. You will remain in dip. So there's a book by Seth Godin called Dip, where he explained that we have to go through certain dip and come out of it to be successful. That's why may mga moment na napapump tayo. Like right now, you guys are all pumped. Dami nating natutunan. But as you kind of start walking through it, may mga moment na when you are reading, tatapusin ko ba talaga tong book about stock trading? It's so boring. It's all about numbers and logical explanation. And same thing when you're writing. I just want to publish my book. It's so, like difficult for me to write. You have to go through that process. I said that to Lorraine. Lorraine, I will be here to support you in your book, but I just got your back. Ikaw yung nasa front. I can do it, but I will not do it because you have to go to that. Because it's not just about getting the book published. It's about building your character as you go through it. For investors, how are you going to manage yung mga situation na, stock market is down, how are we going to handle those things? You have to build that because even you have those down moments, you will be able to pull yourself up again because you have that character, right?
You cannot give if you don't have something. Yung dun sa overflowing, parang nag-overflow siya kasi he keep feeling himself or herself. That's why naglilik siya. And somewhat mababasa yung dun sa floor. And I think yung nag-overflow na yon is people around you can have those things na meron ka. Kasi meron ka, nag-overflow. Sa empty, since wala kang ma-share or walang lumalabas from you kasi empty.
Isa, that's really good. Sabi nga ni Isa, di ba, like, if it's overflowing, continuous lang siya, diba? Imagine you're having this glass. Someone approached you. Len, can I have a glass of water? And then you have this. So you'll get another glass because you have so much. Na kahit nasa running tayo, tumatakbo tayo as of this moment, you will just, I have so much, I have enough. Nag-overflow. So I'll give you another cup. Okay, ito, patuloy lang siya na buhos ng buhos. But if you have the empty cup and you're so thirsty, I ask Len, can you please give me a glass of water? And then she has an empty cup. And then she wants to please me, right? Like, oh, I really love Marge. Like, she's a great friend of mine. Kuha lang ako ng water. Saan ako kukuha ng water? I myself is so thirsty, right? So parang siya uhaw na, but she'll find ways to give that glass of water to me. You need to fill your cup. How's your glass right now? How's your cup? Because we need to fill our cup up so we can let it overflow. Cup is full. You will never run out. You will never run out. If you're giving everything you have, you will run out of oxygen and you will be stealing from yourself because you're giving something you don't have. Self-love is not selfish. You are worthy of love. You have to see that. You ladies are worthy of love. You have to give that love to yourself because you are worthy. God created you for a reason, not just to give to others. God wants the best in you too. And if you're in your best, you can give more to others. The greatest love you can give is a demonstration of loving yourself. The greatest love that you can give to your kids, to your partners, to your ministry, to others is a demonstration of loving yourself. Live by example. Even for myself, as a mom of two, I struggled with that. But when I started making that changes, when I got equipped, I was just like, whoa, my kids actually like when I'm taking care of myself. Enjoy my hot bath. I explained to them, mommy is just gonna do this. I need 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Mommy will just enjoy her bath. After that, you can talk to me, all these kind of things. It's hard, but you need to demand your time for yourself. Your partner wants time for you. You will feel guilty. Okay, I'm going to spend time for you. Your ministry is asking you to always show up as well, right? Cell group, tapos may mga mini-mentor ka pang iba, di ba? Why you can give 10 minutes to yourself? Like even in the washroom, you're still thinking yung to-do list mo sa trabaho, right? How am I going to, self-love, give yourself some time, you guys. And now, a challenge for you is to work on the mirror exercise. Is to look at the mirror, walang makeup, just be yourself. And then say to yourself, I'm proud of you. But say your name first, okay? Like, my name, Marge. I look at the mirror and I just say, I'm proud of you. And then when you do that, think about 3 things. I'm proud of you for getting out of the bed, for showing up to work, and helping your friends. Marge, I'm proud of you because you're just awesome. Okay, it's okay to brag, okay? Ikaw lang naman yun sa kayong mirror, di ba? Ikaw lang yun. So that's okay. Yeah. The second one is a little bit challenging. Because when you do this, there's gonna be some pinch na medyo masakit. But maybe the first 7 days, you will not feel it right away, yung pinch. But I promise you, if you're gonna keep doing this, there's gonna be revelation and some healing that will happen. And then you say, I forgive you. And then give 3 to 5 reasons. Marge, forgive you for being workaholic. Marge, I forgive you because you were mean to your daughter today because you didn't get enough rest. You know, Marge, I forgive you because you're weak. You know, you're weak. Marge, I forgive you all these things. And then every day, mag-iiba man yan. Third one, say your name. I commit to you. So, Marge, I commit to you to succeed today. Marge, I commit to believe every day. Marge, I commit to you to press pause on those negative self-thoughts. Go and show up, share with us in the FB book. But you do that for you. And then we are just here to celebrate with you. You guys mentioned about your one thing. If you don't have that clarity as of this moment, very important when doing your visualization, you're imagining it. So when I do my visualization, I imagine myself really like talking in front of many people. And I visualize the outfit that I have, the audience clapping. I visualize the heart of the audience. I go through the detail. But the first time I did that, it was hard. But when I do that, I have 5 minutes, I visualize all those details and I just keep it with me, And then yung mga one thing natin, how can I do passive income? Maybe a business. So you need to have a figure. If you don't have a figure, you don't have specific figure, it's not that clear. So pick any figure at all. Like if you want to increase, like say 10%. So I did this, ladies. I was a consultant and then I go back to full-time. I wrote a check to myself and I put certain amount on it. And at the time, they're looking for certain skills that I didn't have, specific to the automation thing. So that I was overqualified in other stuff. And then my expertise is not really on this thing. And I was adjusting my skill set to what the market is looking. I put certain amount, and I got it. Yung mga dreams nyo ngayon, it can be done, right? So, think of a situation when you felt so happy. The last time where you feel na sobrang saya-saya mo. Na there's a joy in your heart. And at that time, you feel it was priceless. It can be the time na hawak-hawak mo yung kamay ng mga taong mahal mo, yakap-yakap mo sila. And when you feel that joy, just hold into it. Kung ano yung saya, panghawakan mo siya. And now this time, in your relationship, with your kids, with your partner, with your parents, with your siblings, imagine yourself having an honest conversation where you express what's in your heart. Because what you feel is important too. You tell them what you feel. You tell them your pain. And you also tell them that even you experience pain sometimes, you will go through it. You will get through it. you know that pain is just temporary. Imagine yourself having multiple passive income. Whether it's using stocks, online business, any kind of business that you want to explore. Imagine yourself having the skills that you need to make it happen. And if you can't imagine it right now, imagine that you're imagining it, that it's gonna come to you. Anticipate that great things will happen. Imagine yourself checking your bank account. You're getting more than $5,000 when you check it, sometimes more, 10,000. You don't have to worry anymore about the flight, about the mortgage bills, all other expenses. Money is coming to you right now. Imagine yourself attaining financial freedom. Imagine yourself looking at your hands. Imagine those hands creating something. You're writing, composing, drawing, painting, cooking. Use those hands in a creative way. Imagine yourself talking right now, and the voice that's coming out from you, speak life, speak abundance. There's no more shame. Speaking love. You're focusing on solution. When challenges happen, you're focusing on solution. Imagine yourself playing big. You're not hiding anymore. Putting yourself out there. Setting yourself free. You don't need permission from anybody else. It's only you and God. You are entitled because your Father in heaven created you to be at your best. There's no more mediocrity. Imagine yourself redesigning your life. As we end this session, I'm gonna play another music to all of you, and I just want you to imagine your best year right now. Stepping out of your comfort zone and allowing yourself to be the best version of you. Music as you allow yourself to redesign yourself and reborning the new you. You take my heart away with your love, and I am willing to put all my faith in your plan. Come and take my life, make my soul refreshed in truth now. I am ready for you. Take my heart and make me new now. I am ready for you to come and fill my soul. And that's all what we have for today. Once again, thank you for joining us in our 4-week empowering sessions. We hope that you're not just being inspired, but also be transformed.
Forward for a greater future for all of us. I will remember all your faces.
I guess, I mean, I personally, I'm very blessed and I'm just very thankful sa kay Marge, sa mga speakers natin na talaga namang napaka-creative how they present all of these things. Yun nga, so thank you so much. Talagang na-empower kami.
Thank you so much, Marge, Lorraine, Cheryl, and Emily. Napaka-generous nyo in giving what you have. Especially your time. Really spend time with it.
And napaka-generous nyo in sharing what you have. I'm really blessed.
Praying and hoping na I will not just stay on magiging blessed and yung na-inspire lang, but really apply those things and be empowered and be transformed and ma-apply ko lahat. And nakikita ko naman na effect sa buhay ko personally. So I'm really thankful to all of you guys. And sa mga classmates ko, woohoo! We can do